Well, I was gonna tell you about these elderberries I got, and I got to noticing I had mealybugs. So I've just given them a good spraying of neem oil after I took some cotton swabs and some 70% alcohol and tried to remove all the mealybugs I could see. I've never seen a mealybug here until this year, and it was on these elderberry plants that I purchased. These were off of the Amazon, and I don't know if this is where they came from or what, but this is the tag that came with them. But the original purpose of the video was when I got these, I bought 2 plants. This one was still attached to this one right here, and I decided I would try to make a 3rd plant out of it because it had some roots going down, and you can see where it was attached. So I just stuck it a little deeper down into this potting mix and watered it in. But seeing how I noticed those mealybugs, kind of disappointed. So inspect your plants when you get them for sure. Like I said, this is the first time I've seen a mealybug in my greenhouse anyway. But another point I was going to make was when you're buying plants, when you're there in person and you can see them, I mean, you can kind of look for some abnormalities and see if you can propagate another one out of that plant, because I've done that several times this year with this elderberry and with this elderberry. This is the Black Tower. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this one was originally coming off of this plant down here, and I decided, since there was such a massive root ball, and this is the container it came in, I just took a reciprocating saw and cut right down the root ball and everything and separated them. That way I had a good root structure on both plants. And the 3rd example was some Catawba red seedless grapes. You'll have to excuse the mess, but this is I purchased 2 plants at a big box store, and I noticed one of them was similar to those elderberries, is it had another extra growth coming off of it. But this is the one I separated. As you can see, it's healthy looking. I just potted it up in some more potting mix, but it's a Catawba seedless grape. Just thought I would mention that as a tip while you're buying plants. You know, inspect them for for insects, for one thing. Of course, you can't do that when you're buying them off the internet. But if you can physically hold them and look at them. This is the other Catawba seedless grape. So I got 3 grapes for the price of 2. Got 2 Black Tower elderberries for the price of 1, and 3 laced up elderberries for the price of 2. So now I just have to be diligent and watch for more mealybugs. Okay, look at all them tomato plants. I got more on the floor over there. Yeah, it's warming up in here. I've got the sides rolled down because the wind is just terrible out there. There's a wasp. It's a pollinator. It's a stingy pollinator. Oh, ponderosa lemon blooming. Maybe I'll get a couple of lemons off of it. I don't know. This is my first year with one of them. So obviously, when buying new plants, you know, it would be ideal if you had a place to quarantine them. In fact, if you're going to run a business in the state of Oklahoma, or knock on, at least this is the way it used to be. If you're selling plants and have a business license and you have your own greenhouse, you have to have a separate greenhouse for quarantine. If you have a disease problem or an insect problem on your plants, you have to have a place to quarantine them until you can correct that problem. So I don't have a place set aside now to quarantine them like I did back then, but I'll just have to keep my eyes open and watch for any more. Like I said, that's the first time I've seen a mealybug in my greenhouse, and it's only on those elderberries so far that I found. So pay attention to the plants you're buying. Of course, with mealybugs, you know, they can be hidden when you buy the plant, and you won't know it till they hatch out. So I'm starting to ramble. It's kind of like if I spend too much time in a grocery store. My wife can always tell, because I start wanting to put things back on the shelf, taking them out of the cart, putting them back on the shelf. She knows it's time to go. I bet there's some people out there just like that. I just want to get out of here. Don't want to wait, in the checkout. Let's just put this stuff back. We'll catch you later. But thanks for watching.